what you have to realize about the beginning of success is that the competition is the hardest at the beginning. You have to understand that success in anything at the beginning, there's way more people doing it. So what I want you to do is I want you to picture a pyramid. And at the bottom of the pyramid, the base of the pyramid, you have 100 people doing what it is you want to do. Now, 2 years later, 20 of those people are going to quit. They're going to decide, hey, this isn't what I love anymore, so this isn't for me. So they're just going to quit. So now you're on the second level and you have 80 people. Now, 2 more years down the road, you're going to have 30 more people quit. For the same reason I said, it's going to get hard. Things aren't paying off the right way. They're not making enough money. They're having to work too much. Their girlfriend, their wife, their husband, their boyfriend doesn't like what they do. They spend too much time in the office. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever the reason is, they're going to quit. So those 30 people quit. Now you're on level 3 and there's only 50 people left. Half of what started. Half. And you're 3 years into it. Now, 2 more years go by. And out of that 50, 20 more people quit. Now you're on level 4 and there's 30 people. And so on and so on and so on. So the longer you stay in the game, the less people you're competing with, less competition, and it's easier. So what a lot of you guys don't realize, and the reason I'm pointing this out, is that in the beginning of anything that you're trying to do, whether you're trying to be an athlete, whether you're trying to be an entrepreneur, whether you're trying to be an entrepreneur, whether you're trying to be a singer, a rapper, it doesn't matter. The beginning is always going to be the hardest. You don't know what you're doing, and there's a million brothers doing the same because it doesn't take much to do. So you have to understand that when you first start, it's going to be the hardest struggle. You're going to have to put in the most time. You're going to have to put in the most effort. But the people who stick it out are going to be the people who are left over when all the smoke clears. Success is more about endurance than it is about special skill set. A lot of you guys look at people who are up the ladder from where you are and you think they have special skills. It's not that they have special skills. It's that they have skills that they developed by having internal grit and endurance and persistence and perseverance longer than anyone. But guess what? If you do the same, you'll learn the same. They're not more talented. They're not better. They're not stronger or whatever than you. They're not smarter. They've just been doing it.
When you don't have a grip on your purpose in life, when life doesn't have that special meaning and power for you, there is insecurity. But once you find your purpose, once you know why you showed up, and I believe all of us showed up to do something. Everybody here, you showed up to do something. There's something that's going to be done by you and nobody else. That's what you showed up to do. Now, some of us know what our purpose is, and most of us don't consciously, but subconsciously, you know what it is. It's in you. You showed up with that in you. How do birds know how to fly from the north to the south during winter, and no one ever gave them any navigational training or told them which way to go? How do they know how to do that? They showed up with it. I believe we got that in us.
There is something in us. There's a power and an energy that's in us that we owe it to ourselves to take on anything. Dis-ease in the body, poverty, opposition, whatever is between that and which we desire, and we feel that will give us a full and rich life, we should fight for it. And you've just got to decide that my life is worth this kind of effort, and fight with everything in you, night and day, with every breath that you have.
If you don't work on the one thing, the most powerful weapon in the world is your mind. Whether it be physical pain or mental pain, we all have to start from zero with pain. And what that means is, if you don't go back, we all have something that bothers us. Everybody in this world is insecure about something. Something in life, whether it be your family, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband, your kids, something has messed you up. And whenever you're in physical pain, even though you might not be thinking about that mental stuff that happened to you, your mind is thinking about it. All these dungeons that we've created, all these trap doors that our life has created, most of the time we quit is because we don't have any mental tools to get us through the other side. So my whole thing for people is you have to examine, why are you doing it in the first place? What makes people quit so much is the mind. It's always comfortable to sit there. You're in a 72-degree house. You have your lemonade, your milkshake, whatever. Like, I can do that. You're comfortable. It feels very comfortable in that comfortable environment. How you go one more step further? Your mind's going to ask you all these questions. How can you go one more step further? If you don't have the answers to that, and I can't give them to you, you have to know, why am I here? And if you can't answer those questions, you will quit.
The struggle is guaranteed. The success is not.
I need a target big enough to change the quality of my life. Otherwise, everything that pops up in my life will become a distraction to my life.
Want to know how you become unstoppable? You learn that the energy you have is not max. The power plant doesn't have energy. It generates energy. What does that mean? What a power plant does is it draws energy from one resource and it transforms it to a higher utilization of energy and then transmits it to the world. You don't have to wait for happiness to arrive one day. You don't have to wait for good energy to arrive one day. You can architect that into your mind and into your body. You don't have to hope one day to feel more joyous. You bring the joy and you show up with a positive mindset every day. You take the joy that you're part of a rare set of human beings who would spend their day working on ourselves and growing, because you know what? You want to get believers in your life? Get some momentum with a good attitude.
If you ever find yourself at the pearly gates disappointed in how much farther you could have gone, to simply ask one question of yourself every day: did I give it my all today? If your life is a series of yes, I did, you've won.
You should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable. You're paying a price by sitting there being miserable. The clock is ticking. And if you're miserable in your job now and you change nothing, in 5 years, you'll be much more miserable and you'll be a lot older. I'm not talking about what makes you happy. It's a luxury to pursue what makes you happy. It's a moral obligation to pursue what you find meaningful. And that doesn't mean it's easy. It might require sacrifice. You've already picked up those responsibilities. You don't just get to walk away scot-free.
It was vital for me that I improved myself and I could start depending upon me. I had to show up every day with some rituals, some disciplines, and start getting myself to trust me, not trust others, but trust myself to do the right thing every day.
You need to think through how it is that your life could be properly arranged if you had that ability. And then you can aim at that. And the funny thing is that if you do posit a goal of that sort and work towards it, you will move towards it. The goal will change because you'll learn things along the way. So it's not a luxury, it's difficult. It's a moral responsibility, and it isn't happiness. It's not, the pursuit isn't for happiness.
I'm gonna beat that sun up every morning so that I have the discipline and the control over my life. Before that thing pops, I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna get out of bed, depend on myself, get up at the same time every day. And for me, that time, regardless of where I was beat that sun up. No matter where I am, I'm gonna beat that thing up. So it gives me a sense of control over my own life.
You are going to get what you're looking for. So if you're looking for success, you're looking for happiness, when you're looking to win, you're looking for victory, I'm telling you, the more you're consciously looking for those things, you're going to see them. Same time, if you're looking to be victimized, if you're looking to be small, if you're looking to be offended, you will find that constantly. You're more powerful than you think you are. And if you could just get clear on what you're looking for, get super specific about what it is you want, it's sitting there for you to find if you look for it.
I refuse to die an unlived life.
Your dreams, your goals, your passions will not just happen to you. You have to live it out. You have to grind it out. You have to work it out. You're different. You're one of the ones that'll get down dirty in the mud to fight for your dreams.
It's not what you don't have. See, I was focused on what I didn't have. Don't have a college degree, don't have any credentials, never worked for a major corporation. I was focused on the negative things. It said negative things are the things that you see when you're not focused on your goal. What do you come with? What is it that you have within you If the dream is big enough, the odds don't matter. Look at a man the way that he is. He only becomes worse. But look at him as if he were what he could be. Then he becomes what he should be. I want to challenge you right now about raising your goals and stretch yourself. We should be ashamed to die until we've made some major contribution to humankind. I want you to think about some goals that you'd like to achieve. And as you think about these goals, whatever those goals are, I want you to dramatically increase those goals. I don't want you to think about how you're going to do it. How is none of your business. I've found that most people fail in life, not because they aim too high and miss. Most people fail in life because they aim too low and hit. And many don't aim at all. So raise the bar on yourself and don't ask how you're going to do it.